Hello and welcome to Duck-Sized Horses podcast. You're listening live from Duck-Sized Horses headquarters, which is
it's headquarters.
It is. It's a glossy way of saying my living room.
Yeah,
I think.
Nice. I like how it's changed from the epicenter of excitement.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought that was a bit.
Was that like the arena name?
Yeah, I thought that was too grand. I'm not sure I could live up to the hype of that.
Headquarters sounds good. Sounds kind of evil genius-y as well.
It does. So yeah, I felt I couldn't live up to that level of expectations. So
Headquarters.
I've changed it.
HQ. DSH HQ.
Precisely. Get it on a t-shirt, I say. Anyway, welcome to episode 7 of Duck-Sized Horses podcast, the comedy podcast that aims to answer the would you rather questions you've hopefully always wanted answered. I'm Nathan Herat.
And I'm Jack Higgins.
Beautiful. Hello, sir. How are you?
Well rehearsed and ready to do battle.
Ready to go. You're looking confident.
Yeah, I feel confident. I haven't bought my.
You've not bought a notebook?
No. I thought I'd give you a bit more of a fighting chance this time. I feel like it was kind of like a poor sportsmanship move bringing it last time. It was like bringing a proverbial duck to a horse fight.
Oh mate, that is delightful. It's a privilege to watch your mind work sometimes, mate. Yes, no, I did get absolutely schooled, didn't I, in episode 6?
That you did.
So, sort of admin-y stuff to get out of the way before we crack on. Let's start, shall we, with scores on the doors for
Let's do it.
The current situation.
What's the score?
The scores is very exciting. It's beautifully poised at 3 episodes to you, sir, and 3 to me. So tonight is a very important episode.
It's good. This is going to be who's going to edge it this time. Also, I think this is the first time we've properly mentioned the scores and made it.
We have. I think the first time in 7 episodes we've actually mentioned the scores.
Yeah, no one should put us in charge of any scoring for anything else. I think we did scoring for cricket once.
Yeah, statistic-wise, we're not great.
I think I messed that up as well.
Quite possibly. So yeah, they're the scores. It's 3-3. Let's do some thank yous. Thank you to everyone who's got in touch. We've really enjoyed.
Got a good few votes this week.
We have. The Twitter poll looks very, very good. And before we delve into the question, may I take us on a slight tangent and just wish my cousin Phoebe a very happy birthday today?
Yes, happy birthday.
I hope you've had a lovely day.
So we're recording this on the 15th?
15th of November. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday,
I hope
Phoebe.
You're having a lovely day. And I'm very glad you were born. That's the gushiness done. Thank you for letting me say happy birthday to her. I hope you're listening now, otherwise this is going to be slightly wasted.
And you can save yourself a job for next year. You just listen to this episode again.
Exactly.
And just pretend it's fresh. And the year after as well.
Who doesn't want to be mentioned on a podcast? But yeah, so anyway, thank you for all your questions, including the one we've had tonight. Shall I say who the question was from?
Yes.
Tonight. So, tonight's question, or this month's question, came from my friend Natalie, and I think it is an absolute belter of a question.
It's a good one. I'm interested to see what answer you've got, because it's
2 with you, sir. So do you want to tell us the question?
Yes, but just before we do, it's quite the stark story in the polls on Twitter.
Let's hear how you guys
we always forget to do this little bit, but so the question is, would you rather fight a giant goat or a fire-breathing dragon?
Yes. That's a good question.
And it hasn't really divided the nation.
Has it not?
No, it's like a landslide.
Oh wow!
Yeah, giant goat has 83% of the votes. So 83% of the people who have listened and have voted on our Twitter poll would rather go toe to toe with a giant goat than a fire-breathing dragon.
That's pretty comprehensive. Sorry if I stepped on a duck.
But just a little squeak as well.
Yeah.
So Natalie as well has earned herself a duck.
She has.
Oh, this one doesn't squeak. This is one of. Oh, it does. There we go.
Congratulations on that.
I thought we'd got one of the duff ones then. Not that our ducks are duff,
they aren't.
But high quality.
Sometimes.
Bathroom accessories.
Sometimes the nerves gets to them, doesn't it?
yeah. Don't really fancy squeaking when a microphone's shoved in their beak.
Exactly.
So only 17 people would want to fight a dragon.
I'm quite surprised. That's quite comprehensive, though.
But I was about to say we don't care what
No,
you think.
I wouldn't word it quite like
No.
that. We're very interested to hear what you think.
I mean, thanks for voting, but this is about us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You do help. You do help. We may have lost a lot of listeners.
No, please carry on listening. We're gonna delve into this.
Help.
Very good. So, Nathan,
Yes, mate.
let's jump into the question then. Are you with the people? Would you rather fight a giant goat or a fire-breathing dragon?
Well, sir, I went for fighting a giant goat.
Oh wow!
What did you go for?
I've gone for the dragon.
Oh, it's happened again.
Yeah, I've gone with the lesser. I'm part of the 17%.
Oh, mate.
You've gone with the status quo.
I have. I feel very popular.
Yeah, I feel like you may have manipulated this. I feel
I didn't manipulate it at all.
Quite a stark victory.
I did it by the book.
All right, let's get going then.
Let's go.
Why a goat?
Why a goat? Now, I thought why a goat because
Giant goat.
a giant goat, yeah. Although the scale of said beast would be rather large, hence giant. See, I've thought about this. I've actually sat down and thought about this. I still feel it could be contained, even though it's quite large. I still feel it's manageable.
Okay.
And also, my thinking was any sized dragon, the firepower is going to be quite intimidating and difficult to face up against, I thought.
Quite literally.
Yeah, well, exactly. So that was partly my thinking. And although I've said that I would choose to fight said giant goat, I'm not fighting to kill.
No.
I'm fighting to tame.
I feel like you've we've gone through this before, and I feel like you're going to utilize some of your skills that you've learnt and harnessed from capturing a giant
Horse.
Yes.
Yeah. That was
giant duck.
It was giant duck, wasn't it? Sorry, yeah, you're quite right.
7 episodes in, we still can't quite get to the bottom of which
What
is
our
larger.
name is, basically. Yes. No, I was thinking very much along those lines of when I captured, or metaphorically captured, said giant duck.
Okay.
So, as I say, I'd not fight to kill.
Right.
I'd fight for taming.
Okay.
And in terms of my sort of equipment, initially I thought a giant axe. But if I'm fighting to tame, I don't really want to injure
No.
said beast.
No. Yeah. You're gonna capture it like another pet. Would it live alongside the giant duck?
Oh, we'll get onto that. We'll get onto that. Don't worry.
All right.
Strap yourself in, mate. So, initially, like I say, I thought axe. But as I say, I don't want to injure the animal. So axe is out. So this is my theory. Nobel Prize acceptance speech. This is my theory for capturing said giant goat. I'd use 2 giant wine corks. Go with me. And that is a face of someone that's not convinced, but go go with me.
I guess the sound effect for that face would be a...
Yes, it would, but still go with me. 2 giant wine corks. Somehow get them attached to the horns.
Where would you get the giant wine corks from?
From giant wine bottles, Jack. To be fair, ask a silly question.
Yep, okay, right, okay.
So yeah, from giant wine bottles, which I would source from the giant wine shop, which we're all familiar with, that doesn't exist. But still, that's a small pitfall in what is otherwise a faultless plan.
Okay.
So I take the corks
Giant wine corks.
on the horns, level the playing field a little bit.
Okay.
It feels a bit manageable at that stage with the corks on. Then I would make some kind of sword or axe type thing or like baton out of tin foil.
Okay.
Again, go with me. And I would use this because, and I did some research into this on Google, and I googled whether goats are distracted by tin foil.
Right, that's
So,
quite a specific thing.
It was maybe a bit niche because I'll be honest, it wasn't particularly fruitful as Google searches go. I didn't really get a lot of actual answers. It's not come up strangely a lot in the world. People haven't tried to daze a goat with tin foil, but that would be my thinking, and then kind of distract it. And then, like I did with the giant duck many moons ago, I would go for the lasso technique.
Right.
So we're kind of...
And wrangle it and bring it in.
Yeah, wrangle it and bring it in. But once I've lassoed it round the neck, I'm then attaching my end of the rope to like a fishing rod.
A giant fishing rod.
A giant fishing rod. Well, does it have to be giant, or can it just be regular size?
You'd need quite a strong line. I think.
True.
So maybe a larger than average fishing
To be
rod.
yeah, true. And also, that's quite an interesting conversation you have with the guy who owns the tackle shop when you go in. He's like, "What kind of rod would you like? Do you have anything that for capturing giant goats?"
How big is the goat?
Well, I can
giant
it's
size?
quite large
Because I imagine like
if it was a small goat, it wouldn't be giant. Would it?
in quite a niche angling shop, you could probably get something that maybe like catch a shark.
I was thinking along
So
like
maybe like
great
a-
white sharks.
So yeah, that sort of size.
And then I'd kind of reel it in.
Cool. So like the size of like a van, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, or like a bit bigger, like a van. A van's good size. Or
Yeah,
a people
that's
carrier.
about
maybe.
what size a shark is. Right?
Yeah.
Like that sounds quite weird to say, but trust me on this one. Go to the Natural History Museum, have a look at a shark skeleton, or go to an aquarium.
Find a shark.
Yeah,
Just find a
watch
shark.
Blue Planet.
Nice.
Mind blowing. You're like, no way are they that big.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
They are quite big. So yeah, that would be how I would reel it in. I
Wow,
think
okay.
just kind of wind it in. Do you want to discuss venue, or should we ping across to hear about your...
Yeah, no, I'm interested to hear like
Okay.
where you'd keep this.
Oh, you want to hit... Right, there's a lot to get through. So kind of... in terms of the venue for this battle, I know last time I was like Colosseum or something, wouldn't I, for the giant duck?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought quarry for this
Quarry.
because...
How would you get the goat in the quarry?
Well, funnily enough, I was watching Bear Grylls the other day, and...
That famous goat quarry.
Well, hold your horses, or ducks, or goats. Because on the particular episode, he and... I can't remember which the celebrity was. It doesn't matter. It's not the point. They were going to abseil into a quarry, and they had to stop because... or delay said trip, because a sheep had walked into the quarry and got stuck.
Right.
So, if a sheep can do it, surely a goat can wander into a quarry and get stuck. That's my thinking. And then once in the quarry, it's easier, because I was thinking about having it in like a field or, an open space. But I feel like in terms of running and charging, the goat's got an advantage on me.
I feel like the goat will have the upper hand in the quarry.
Yeah, but you could climb behind it.
Yeah, but you've seen mountain goats. They're very good at climbing up rock faces.
Yeah, but in my defence, we didn't specify the breed of said giant goat.
Aha.
So
right.
if it's a giant mountain goat, I've lost. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But if it's a regular goat, but I can't think of any other goat breeds. But you know what I mean, like your average farmyard goat.
Farmyard goat.
Farmyard
Okay.
goat, I'm going to call it. Get in touch if you know goat breeds.
Yep.
Please correct me. But yeah, if it's your sort of farmyard goat in a quarry, I think I could handle it. I think
Okay.
I'm feeling confident that I could deal with it.
Wow. Okay. Right. That's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah.
And it would live with the.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So once
The duck.
tamed, I would take it back, as you say, with the duck, so that they could live together, a bit of company. But also, you have to think that... We don't have to think, but I think that a giant goat, there is a good business opportunity there for people to come and see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would name it like people did with King Kong. I'm not saying that I would call it King Kong, but I would give it a name. So, the name I went for, Gary the Goat.
Gary the goat. Okay. Very
And
good.
then it would be like Garyland, including the massive duck as well as part of the kind of attraction of coming.
I've got an idea for you. I've just remembered another type of goat.
Go on.
And it might be the one you're thinking of.
Go
a
on.
nanny goat.
Nanny goat.
And I'm thinking it could be like a dystopian wasteland,
Oh,
which has the giant goat in, and you could call it the nanny state.
that is delightful. I quite like that. That is very good. So that would, yeah, I would call it like Nanny or Gary or something. And then I was kind of thinking, merchandise-wise, there's a potential, if you name it, you could make like T-shirts with like Gary Goat or Garyland on. I was thinking of what's the best-selling merchandise. So I did have to ask someone what sells well as merchandise, because I don't really know. But so like hoodies or key rings
Yeah.
would be good. And also I kind of think it's a bit of like an opportunity to go on Dragon's Den here
Mm-hmm.
with the Garyland idea. I think they may take it.
I reckon
They
so.
may go with it.
I reckon you're onto a little winner there. It's a nice little enterprising scheme.
Exactly. I was thinking offer them 20% in the business because I say business. I offer them 20% because having watched a lot of Dragon's Den, they always like it when it's 20%. They always seem to go for it. So
yeah, they do.
go
They
straight
do
in with
pull
20%.
that face where they're like, "Oh, I'm interested."
I suppose I haven't really thought about how much money I'd need to get this up
Off the
and running.
ground, yeah.
But it's one of the many ideas I've got to
Well,
go on Dragon's Den with.
You could save money by. I imagine you'd start off with a massive field.
Yeah, probably
Of
like
which-
a paddock or something.
Yeah. Grass-wise, you could have that all gone in a few mouthfuls, if we're
That's
being
true.
honest.
Yeah,
And then that sort of levels it for building on. So
that's very true. Yeah,
yeah.
So
So,
that-
you
that's-
could save money on lawnmowers and gardeners there.
exactly. So the
'Cause-
pros and cons
Yeah.
for Garyland,
Well,
and it's a
alright.
place to go, isn't it?
Yeah. Good day out.
Place people, it's a family experience.
All right. That's
Yeah, I think I'm quite happy there.
yeah.
I think we'll flip it over to you now, sir.
Yeah. That's you've made quite.
Follow that.
Yeah, you've made quite the solid argument. I think the embarrassment of getting schooled last week. Is,
I've learnt my lesson, mate.
You felt vindicted and
I even googled.
gone for the jugular. You've even googled goats in
I have.
tinfoil.
You would love to see my internet history. The amount of are they distracted by tinfoil or greaseproof paper? Or I just went through a list of shiny things. I know greaseproof's not shiny, but
Well, no. See,
right. So you want to fight a dragon?
Yes, I want to fight a dragon.
Yeah.
And I'd do it just so I could earn that sort of legendary status.
Yeah.
I think it would be quite a good strong battle. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's a dragon as well, so I could go down the taming route.
You could.
Then
You
I
could.
have the dragon to fly around, and
Would you want to tame a dragon?
I reckon I could.
How would you go about? You've heard my quite frankly flawless idea of how to tame a dragon.
I think just before I was doing it, I'd like to think I had some sort of prep time.
Yeah, a bit of time
this.
to prepare.
And so I would continuously watch the DVD for How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, it's gift wrapped, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I mean
gift wrapped.
it's right there. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like some would say children's film, other would say instructional video.
Yeah.
Take it as you please. Is what it is. So I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna train that dragon.
Yeah.
And have it as my own. But then I did think as well, I could go down the legend route of slaying the dragon.
Nice.
Because
nice.
if I did that, not only does everybody get a day off, but I also get a stained glass window in every church.
You do.
So
You do.
I mean, pick and choose what you want to.
And I suppose you get sainted.
Yes. Yeah.
As well.
St. Jack's Day.
St.
Yeah.
Jack's Day.
So
That is very tempting.
it'd be very good. We'd have fruity Battenbergs. And, we'd have Turkish apple tea and
nice.
fountains of Fentimans Roads lemonade.
Oh, you're winning me round.
And again, anybody from Fentimans, we are pining for that.
Yeah, we're trying to sneak it into every episode at some place.
I think we're pining for that endorsement.
Are you gonna, if you tame the dragon, are you naming it similarly to my sort of Gary Goat, or are you just gonna keep a sort of professional distance?
Yeah, I did think of a name for taming it. Initially, I thought George. I thought that's a good name.
George,
George,
classic.
name for the dragon.
Classic.
But then I thought, oh, wait, I've only thought of that because it was Saint George who slayed the
Yeah.
dragon, and I thought that might be a bit insensitive.
Yeah.
And if I was training it, he might be a bit like, nah,
Yeah.
that's not on.
No.
So, I don't know. I haven't got much further than George. I think I probably should.
Yeah.
Because this dragon battle could happen any day now.
It could.
And I need to think of a name if it's going to be my homeboy.
We'll
so.
circle back to that venue then, sir, for your battle with the yet to be named dragon. Where are you visualising you're doing this?
Ooh. I think it would have to be sort of out in the open. I think if it was in sort of a built up area.
Yeah, true. The flames.
Yeah, I'd endanger quite a lot of people. So I'd have to lure the dragon away. And the way in which I do this,
I was about to ask you that.
I'd steal some of its gold. Dragons look after gold.
That's very true. Yeah.
Like in The Hobbit and Shrek.
Yeah, good references. Good references. Bit of a spectrum, but good reference.
Other films with dragons in, they look after gold, and so I'd have to steal some of that away and lure it out into the countryside.
Yeah.
Potentially into like a a cornfield.
Right.
So if it shot some flames down, once I've trained it and captured it, or killed it, we've got popcorn to eat.
Well, nice. But if you've killed it, how are you going to get popcorn from a dead dragon?
Oh, it would already be made because it'd be firing out flames.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'd get like
Yeah.
the
Eventually,
dragon's
yeah.
last thing would be to make popcorn, and then you'd kill it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Dark.
That
but,
harsh, but fair, I think.
Yeah, and then the townspeople would celebrate it, and they'd be like, I say townspeople.
The townspeople. Where are you doing this?
We're out in the middle of
Are you
nowhere.
back in 1517 again?
The next the next closest town over would be like, oh, thanks, you've saved us from a dragon, and there's popcorn. It'd be great.
Yeah, nice.
If I really wanted to, I could get the dragon to make some popcorn, sort of partially some of the way through, and then
Like almost popped.
Yeah, like popped completely.
Right,
but like
okay.
then I could lure it a little bit further away, and then the townspeople could just eat the popcorn whilst
Nice.
they're watching this this epic battle
Nice.
between the future Saint Jack and
yeah. Have you thought of a name yet?
no. It's just not good. I want to say Spyro now. But I think
Spyro.
that name's already been taken. And he's quite a favourable dragon. I
He
think
is.
people would be quite angry if I killed
Yeah.
Spyro the dragon.
Also, he's quite small.
Yeah.
He's quite tiny, if I
Be
remember
easy
rightly.
to fight.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. It would definitely be easier to fight.
True. So weapons of choice then for
Mm-hmm.
your whether you're taming or you're fighting the dragon. What are you? I sense before I ask this question, you're not taking a tinfoil sword,
No. If I was taking a sword, it would be a real one.
proper metal. Job.
Yeah. Like a big sort of medieval. Yeah, I think this would have to be sort of a medieval sort of battle.
Yeah.
Although if I had access to anything, probably like a bazooka.
Nice. Yeah.
Get it all over and done with quickly.
Just blow it up.
Yeah. Or no, like loads and loads of water bombs. So like just loads of balloons filled with water, just lob them into the dragon's gob.
Try and like dilute it.
Yeah.
Well, not
or,
dilute it.
Or yogurt, because all that fire's probably giving them a bit of heartburn, so yogurt probably help with that.
Yogurt.
Yeah. Yogurt bombs.
Oh, I so want to see you turn up against a dragon with like a pot of yogurt.
I'd make sure it's nice as well. So if I was taming it,
Yeah, if you're taming it, you're going like
Yeah.
petit falou yogurt.
yeah. Lots of nice fromage fraise,
Yeah, well,
munch
look on it.
bunches, and all of that.
Munch Bunch. That is a great yogurt reference. I miss Munch Bunch.
It's fantastic. It's one of the best things I've ever heard in a Brummie accent.
What Munch?
Munch Bunch. We were at a party, and there was a guy there. We had loads of like little cans of fruity cider, and the host of the party said we had to everybody had to have one because he was trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I drank it, and it was it hadn't been in the fridge, and so it was fairly warm.
Yeah.
And I sort of like drank a little bit, and I was like, oh, it kind of tastes like a yogurt.
Yeah.
And I just heard this Brummie voice from the back of the room say, "He's right, it tastes like a munch bunch." And it was fantastic.
That is wonderful.
And I apologise for the population of Birmingham for that.
Who you've probably
Terrible accent.
horrendously insulted there.
But no, fantastic phrase.
Nice.
So yeah, yogurts,
Yeah,
dragons,
okay.
big sword,
Yep.
popcorn, the whole works, really.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
very good.
I think I may have slipped up on this one because the idea of a giant goat land does sound very
You're
good.
quite appealed for that.
I've got a little bone to pick though. Goats are very, very vicious, like headbutting people.
Yeah, but I would like.
You go on YouTube, you type in
Yeah.
goat attacks person, and there's loads of videos of people
being yeah, but there's
getting
ways
rammed.
around that. Like you'd fence it in, I don't know, mesh or barbed wire or something, so that people could see it, but not. I'm thinking like the zoo sort of style, like a cage, but he's got enough room.
Ah, okay.
To
So
move
sort
around.
of like an ecodome,
Well, yeah, well, not an ecodome because
like an Eden Project kind
Can
of
you, how
style.
scary would that be, the Eden Project? If you just walk in and there's a massive goat in the middle of the
It'd make it more exciting.
rainforest. True. Yeah, so maybe not quite the Eden Project, but sort of. So it's contained, but it's not like battery farmed giant goat. If you know what I mean, it's not cramped, and it's an enjoyable life for Gary.
Okay.
as he becomes a public spectacle and people gawp at him.
I like that idea. It sounds a lot more humane, and
Yeah.
I think once you've honed your skills from duck wrangling,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it could be quite the lucrative asset to have a giant duck
Yeah.
and a giant goat.
Exactly, yeah. And I think I'd still, like I said back in the pilot, get the giant duck to give rides. That's
Okay.
another sort of attraction. Because, it's going to be...
I feel like you're going to end up with quite a big...
Oh, here comes a thought.
Here's an idea. You could keep Gary
Yeah,
on an island surrounded by a moat,
yeah.
and have your giant duck give rides to people around the moat to view Gary.
Bit like the long leap boat,
Yes.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, around like the Gorilla Island.
Only without gorillas or hippos or any other things
Yeah,
that are long leap. But
with a giant goat.
yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Great idea.
That is awesome. In fact, I would have even though people would know they're coming to Garyland and they know that they're going to see said goat, I think with the moat idea, you have the car park quite far away,
Mm-hmm.
and then people are just met with water and they think, well, where could a goat be? Then the duck ride to Gary in the middle of the lake. Nice. I think that's not a bad idea.
That's a great idea. That's a really, really good idea.
I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah. No, right, sold.
Sold.
You've
have I convinced you?
You've won this episode.
Have I?
Yes,
Thank
congratulations.
goodness.
It's for free.
Can I just say I'm so glad, because I'm not sure I'd be able to speak to Natalie again if I'd lost this, to be fair. So I'm quite happy with that. 4-3.
For free.
That's
jot
brilliant.
it down.
I will jot it down. I'll jot it down right now.
So while you're doing that, thanks for listening to episode 7.
Yeah.
We'll be back in December with episode 8.
We will.
So make sure you send your questions in before then. Hopefully we're going to have some exciting stuff planned for episode 8.
Hopefully,
I think Natalie, who sent in the question, might come and join us for.
Hopefully she will.
one,
Yeah,
so-
that'd be really good.
Yeah, so it won't just be us two Burks
No. We'll have a
waffling on for ages.
fresh face to
Yeah.
come in.
But in the meantime, you
Competition.
can, how can people get in touch,
Get in touch
and enter our competitions?
Okay, so in terms of getting in touch with us, you can tweet us at DSH Podcast. You can find our Facebook page, Duck Sized Horses. You can email us at ducksizedhorsespodcast@gmail.com, or just check us out on our website at www.ducksizedhorsespodcast.com. And while you're checking us out, perhaps you can get involved with our competition. So, before I tell you about the competition, shall we celebrate this month's winner?
Yes.
So, little backstory. Anyone who listened to last month's episode may have remembered that Jack's mum entered the competition, didn't she?
She did.
So here's a bonus question for you, Jack. Having lost, you can scrape back some points here, mate.
Okay.
Have a guess who's won the competition this month.
Ooh. Is it your mum?
It is absolutely my mum.
Fantastic.
She did enter the competition. And may I just go on record to say, at no way did I orchestrate said picture. She had the idea herself. Yes, I encouraged her to do it for this month, but it was, I wasn't involved in the conception, so it's not
that's
cheating.
fair. I feel like both our mums have won now.
I think so,
Balance
yeah.
has been restored to the universe.
Exactly.
So if you'd like to be like our mums and win one of these rubber ducks,
Nice.
then you can do so by sending us a photo of either a duck or a horse or both.
Yes.
And again, we're not fussy on what type of duck or horse it
No.
is. So
Exactly.
send them in.
And it could be something with a duck or a horse on, like as we've said, flannel towel hats.
flannel towel hats, indeed.
Whatever.
Those
The
very very famous hats for flannel towel hats. Up there with bowler hats and
Absolutely.
trilbies and
Absolutely.
the like. So yeah, you can send us through. We love to hear from you.
We do, we really do.
Send us in your questions, and you could be featured on
Next month.
next month's episode. But until then, cheerio.
Cheerio, we're off to find a giant goat.
Yeah, off to dig up a moat.
Nice.
Find a goat, dig up a moat, ride the duck as a boat.
Oh, it's like having Dr. Zeus in the room. Cheers.
This podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or BritpodScene on Twitter to find out more.